青によし、奈良の都は咲く花の、仁王がごとく今盛りなり。
Horyu-ji Temple is said to have been founded by Prince Shotoku in 607. The temple is home to approximately 40 national treasures, including buildings and Buddhist statues, and approximately 3,000 important cultural properties. As the world's oldest surviving group of wooden buildings, it is registered as a World Heritage Site along with Horyu-ji Temple. The Neon Shoki records that the temple burned down in 670, and investigations have confirmed this fact. It was later rebuilt, and 1,300 years have passed since then. In 643, Prince Shotoku's son, Prince Yamashiro no Oi, was attacked by Soga no Irika and died here along with his family. 2 years later, in 645, Irika was also killed by Prince Nakano Oi and his men during the Ishii incident. At Daihazoen Temple, many famous national treasures and important cultural properties, such as the beach cannon statue and the Tamamushi Shrine, are on display and open to the public. The Eastern Temple buildings, including the Yumidono Hall, were built during the Tenpyo period, 729 to 749, by the monk Gyoshin in memory of Prince Shotoku's virtues.
On the way from Horyu-ji Temple to Horyu-ji Temple, you can see the 3-story pagoda of Horyu-ji Temple on your left. There are records of Horyu-ji Temple dating back to the mid-7th century, but details such as its founding date are unknown. This area is called Ikuruga and is known as a place associated with Prince Shotoku. It is said that on his deathbed, Prince Shotoku ordered his eldest son, Prince Yamashiro no Oi, to build Horyu-ji Temple. Along with Horyu-ji Temple, it is Japan's first World Heritage Site. After the Heian period, the temple fell into decline and became smaller in size, but the three-story pagoda is an ancient structure that has been passed down to the present day.
Yakushi-ji Temple was built in Fujiwara-kyo in 680 by Emperor Tenmu to pray for the recovery of his empress from illness. Later, when the capital was moved to Haijo-kyo, the temple was moved to this location in 718. The East Pagoda, a national treasure, remains intact as a building from the Nara period. It is said that American Oriental art historian Ernest Fenollosa described the tower as frozen music, but this is not certain. Although it looks like a 6-story pagoda, it is actually a 3-story pagoda. Under the roof of each story, there is a structure called a mokoshi that protects it from the wind and rain and is also used for decoration. From 2009 to 2020, it was dismantled and repaired for the first time in 110 years. The central pillar is simply placed in place and is not fixed in place. As a result, it moves in a direction that reduces the shaking of the tower during earthquakes, preventing it from falling over. The Sueyan decoration on the top of the eastern tower, which was removed during construction, is on display. How these were attached to the top of the tower is unclear.
This is the site of the Heijo Palace ruins within Heijokyo, 1.3 kilometers east to west, 1 kilometer north to south, area 120 hectares. More than 4 kilometers south from here was Rajaman Gate, on the border of the capital of Nara. The Daigokuden was the political center of the time. In 717, Abe no Nakamaro studied abroad on a Japanese envoy to the Tang dynasty, and was later promoted to a high-ranking official in the Tang dynasty. When he became an old man, he tried to return home, but his ship was wrecked and he failed, so he finally gave up on returning home.
When I look up at the night sky, the moon is shining. That moon must be the same moon that rises over Mikasa in my hometown.
This poem expressing a longing for one's hometown is also famous in the Hyakunin issue. Nakamaro died in Chang'an in 770 at the age of 73.
Kafukaji Temple was founded as the clan temple of the powerful Fujiwara clan, and was moved to this location when the capital was moved to Heijokyo. Due to repeated fires, the oldest surviving building is the Hokwindu Hall, which was built in the Kamakura period, 1210. The Kafukaji Temple National Treasure Museum displays many national treasures, mainly Buddhist statues, including the famous Ashura statue, Tenpyo period.
Nandiman National Treasure, rebuilt in 1203. On the left and right are statues of Kongarikshi, also known as Neo statues, national treasures. Every year on New Year's Day, the Great Buddha Hall is open to the public free of charge from midnight to 8 a.m. At the request of Emperor Shomu, an eye-opening ceremony was held in 752. The Great Buddha Hall has since suffered 2 fires, but only a small portion of the Great Buddha statue remains in the same condition as when it was first built. One of the 4 heavenly kings, and the guardian deity of the West. It is said that if you can slip through the hole in the pillar, your wish will come true and you will not get sick. New Year's Eve bells. In many sects of Japanese Buddhism, bells are rung 108 times between midnight on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. 108 times is said to represent the number of earthly desires. The bell can be struck on a first-come, first-served basis. At the end, the monk rings the bell twice to end the ceremony. National Treasure. Kongarikshi statues created in 1203 by Unki, Kaikei and their associates. It's so dilapidated. Can it really be called the site of the imperial palace anymore? In 1896, 36-year-old gardener Tanada Kajuro shed tears as he saw the remains of the Digokuden Hall, now covered in piles of compost. He continued to work to preserve the Haijo Palace ruins for the rest of his life. We should keep in mind that the passion of just one person eventually moved many people, leaving behind such a vast historical site.